Happy Monday, everybody. All right, this week I want to talk about the big, beautiful bill. And it's been a lot of headlines lately, but not so much because of the bill and the details, but more about this best friend blow up between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And we had a client came in and said, wow, that escalated really quickly. Now, personally, in the evenings, I'll get home and I'll make a batch of popcorn and I just watch the news and I feel like I'm watching this uh, live dating show where there's all these emotions coming out, darts being slung at each other. Well, let's look at that. Now let's look at it in terms of investments and the economy. First of all, who's right? Donald Trump is saying this is a big, beautiful bill, and there's a lot of things in it that I do love. Um, Meanwhile, Elon Musk is saying, no, this is a horrible bill. We can't pass it. Trump is saying we got to pass it because it will consolidate tax cuts, increase tax cuts for the middle class and the lower class, especially when it comes to tips and overtime wages. It's really going to help a lot of people. Meanwhile, it does increase our deficit. That's what's irritating Musk so much. And he can't see anything beyond that. Now, who's right? Well, honestly, they're both kind of right. The realities of politics is that Trump he doesn't control the budget. He's the president, but Congress controls the budget. And he's trying to get this bill through. And you've got a huge Congress, and then you've got the Senate. And unfortunately, in politics, you can't make perfect the enemy of good. And so you got to get things done. And Trump, that's what he does. He gets things done. Meanwhile, it is increasing our deficit. And Elon correctly says we cannot increase our deficit. We are approaching a cliff. Now, you've heard me talking about this, about the depreciation of the US dollar. It's dropped 97% in the last 100 years. Well, every step closer to that cliff that we get is eating up that remaining 3%. Now, how far can we go? We're uncomfortably close. So he is correct. Unfortunately, there's a lot of politics at play, and honestly, there's no correct answer. If we just said, all right, we're not going to do anything, then that would create a lot of financial harm if the debt didn't increase. And I think that's what Elon is saying. He's saying, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Yeah, it's going to cause a lot of pain up front, but it will save us. And he's right. But you got politicians trying to do that, and they won't get reelected if they cause a lot of pain in the economy. So it's kind of a, a situation where there's no really great answer. You just got to try to muddle your way through the best way you can. Now, what does this mean? Well, first of all, let me just say, I hope Trump and Elon make up. I think it'd be better for everybody. But really, in terms of our investments, that doesn't bother me. This goes to the point that Greg and I have been making, and he was just talking about silver. The closer we get to that edge, the greater that deficit grows, the more valuable hard assets will continue to become. We've seen this coming. We've seen, and actually, if you remember, when I've talked about Elon Musk before, and I kind of saw this coming with the spat between Trump and Elon. Elon doesn't have a whole lot of friends in his life. He has a hard time keeping friends. I think this is clear now to the whole world. But but in terms of investments, you're going to see money continue to move to hard assets, things like silver, like Greg was talking about, gold, but even the hard assets, the food, the energy, because the trust continues to decline in the currency. So that's tying all of the local or the national news and making it personal into your investments, why we're doing what we're doing. I hope this helps. All right. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.